hello everyone, my name is Aman Pratap Singh and I wanted to ask a question from you that if I will give two options for worshipping, one you will have to worship to the God, another you will have to worship to the nature. I will say that if may have the different type of the opinions, diversified opinions, but I have the simple undoubted opinion, that is I will directly prefer to the worship of the nature. I will reject to the God because I believe that nature is in front of me firstly, and that is appearing in front of me, that is not imagination. And another thing is that because I believe that my parents because are the protector of our own self, who helps us at each and every steps, because therefore we believe our parents as a god. This is also the concept of the Hinduism. In Hinduism we believe that our parents are like the god, our parents are like the birth of, are the face of God. We believe them. Therefore we ever in the morning, we get up in the morning and we touches our feet and takes the blessing of our parents. I generally takes this, and I'm saying that because our parents are protecting us from all the things, so similarly the nature is also providing us the food, the nature is also thriving our life, the nature is also creating us, nature is also building us, so everything is created by the nature is preserving us, so we are preserved by the nature, so why we are forgetting to the nature? So that's a basic concept. Another thing is that those people who are not believing in that, because yes, everything is done by the God, these are the very tiny molecules in the front of the God has even generally with a very simple way created this unpure world, this unpure nature. Few people says these type of things. I'm not saying that, but few people has such type of understandings, such type of mindsets, and therefore they are saying that we will not worship to the God, worship to the nature, and we will only for worship to our God. That may be anything. So I'm saying that they are directly saying that we don't believe in the worshipping of the God, worshipping of the nature. Okay, so I will say that to that type of the people who are rejecting to the nature, I will say that why and how your God has created this entire universe, the entire world. If you will believe in the pantheism and pantheism, these are the two concepts. Pantheism is like that the entire universe itself a God. This means that the entire universe and every stars, the sun, the planets that living in the universe is itself a God. So you can believe it. And another thing is pantheism. Pantheism is like that the God is very big, and among them there is a part that's called the universe, and God is above, God is very big, but yes, this universe is a part of God. This is also, these both are the very similar things, but one is saying that the universe itself a God, and another thing is they're saying that the God is very bigger than the universe, but yes, universe is a part of universe, like the body parts of a human. So the human is like the God, and here the body parts is like the universe. I'm giving generally an example. Okay, so in the pantheism you believe that if the entire universe is like the God, so this is truth that the nature is created by the universe, and after all the nature is itself the entire universe, the thing is like the what we can say that these all the things are the nature, and because these all are itself a God, we need to worship it, but few persons don't believe it. So you need to understand that how this entire universe is created, how anyone has created this entire universe. You need to understand that this entire universe is created by the two ways. Generally the people understand that how this entire universe can be created. One is like the bee. Do you know the bee is what? And do you know the spider? One is the bee, another is a spider. Bee takes the juice of the flowers and makes the honey, and while the spider creates the spiders creates the all the nets from the entire one body. After all, they are creating the everything by themselves only. So after all, these all the things are the two different ways of the creation generally. So how the God has created? I'm saying that God may have created this entire universe like the bee. This means that they have picked up some materials from another places and kept this material in another places, and they try to start to create them. That can be the one general perception, but because if the God has created the materialistic things or the materials from another places and then created this entire universe, so this means that this material is more important than the existence of God, because we are thriving by this material only. And generally we can say that because God were not capable to create these materials by own self, therefore this can't be worshipped. And another thing that I'm saying, that the God can't be worshipped and this nature can be worshipped here, because after all nature is superior here. And another thing is that because the God was incapable for creating it, this means that God is after all inferior than the nature. That can be the general perception. And secondly is that to whom a lot of the entire the Hinduism believe that. Second is like the spider, the Hinduism, the entire ideology of the Hinduism, the entire beliefs of the Hinduism generally comes out from these type of ideologies. That's called the spider, like the spider. How the God has created this universe? Like the spider. This means that they has created the entire universe from itself. It has created itself. The God has created the entire universe. This entire universe is created by the God in that way. So the internal body parts, the internal things has come out from the God, and this entire things has collected in the form of the universe. This thing has happened with you. So these type of things if it has happened, so this means that if all the natural things, all the nature, all these planets have come out from the God, so if all the planets has come out from the God, this means that this will be very divine, this will be very precious, this will be after all the very sacred, this will be very holy. After all, this will be the pure, this will be truly pure, and we need to worship them, because if these all the things has come out from the God, it's created by the God. So generally you need to understand that this is the only one of the representative of the God, this is one of the face of God. We need to understand it. So after all, because if the God will be and not will be, this is the concept of the contradiction. This can be the doubt of anyone, but yes, that's true that the God is appearing in front of us like the nature, and you need to preserve them, you need to protect them, because this is protecting you, and you need to worship them. This is our own responsibility. Another thing is, I'm saying that those who are an atheist, those who don't believe in the existence of God, those who are the scientists, those who believe in the science a lot, and I'm saying that those who are believing, I think generally the scientist also believes in the existence of God, but I'm saying that those who truly believes that there is no God, there is no God, there is no God. So these type of person must understand that the environment is protecting us. So because this entire universe is protecting us, so for living our healthy life, we need to have the pure air, we need to have the pure oxygen, we need to have the pure water. So if we require these type of things, so after all we need to protect the nature, and the biggest way of protecting nature is to worshipping them, and this is the good way. We need to understand that worshipping the nature is a good way. Worshipping the nature is the real worship of the God, that I personally believe that. So I'm saying that if you wanted to invest your money in the temples or other things, so please try to protect the life of human beings and life of the animals which is created by the God, which are the natural wealth. And another thing is that please try to plant the trees, and please try to do some type of things. Try to firstly not misuse the water. Try to reuse the waters which you are wasting, generally you are throwing. After all, you need to serve the nature, because this will be the real worship, that I personally believe that. Thank you so much for listening, and I will hope that you all the people who are listening will later follow the nature as a superior thing than the God generally. That's a truth that we need to believe, that nature is superior. Thank you so much for listening.